Bueno amigos, bienvenidos a la Taberna Ludópata. En esta ocasión y con motivo de la inauguración de la temporada 2020 de la NFL, vamos a probar este gran juego, Madden 2019. Vamos a ver cómo nos va. Obviamente se ve que mi equipo favorito son los Steelers. Bueno, yo ya preparé mi playbook, tanto ofensivo como defensivo. Entonces vamos a jugar un partido de exhibición para que vean la calidad de este juego. Vamos a elegir al rival. Yo creo que los Cardenales de Arizona. Nosotros jugaremos obviamente con los poderosos Pittsburgh Steelers. Vamos a verificar que el playbook esté listo. Si queremos recibir el balón, si ganamos el volado, el uniforme normal de casa es ese. Y pues vamos a comenzar. Algunas opciones para iniciar. Y aquí inicia.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap.
Se darán cuenta de la calidad gráfica de este gran juego.
So with that, let's get you up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field.
Antonio Brown en ese tiempo, el mejor receptor, el Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Si se dan cuenta los detalles gráficos. Bueno, nos toca patear. Antes vamos a revisar el personal que va a jugar. Big Ben como quarterback titular. Está bien. A este lo mandamos al tercer quarterback. Corredor, tenemos a James Conner. Pero vamos a habilitar a Le'Veon Bell, que todavía estaba en ese momento con los Steelers. Y acomodamos los demás. Sí. Esta sí está bien. Bueno, aquí también está bien. Ok. Aquí este. TJ Watt, el hermano del famoso linebacker JJ Watt. Bot Dupree, un gran cazacabezas. Aquí a este. Aquí. Ya vamos a terminar. Muy bien. Le'Veon Bell, sí. Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, James McDonald. Ok, ya está correcto. Podemos reanudar. Patada inicial. Patada perfecta. Yarda 24 no estuvo tan bien para los Cardenales de Arizona.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. As we get set to see Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10
en ese
pick in the
quarterback,
2018
en ese
draft.
momento.
In the 2018 draft, there's a lot of debate about who was the best quarterback, but there was no debate about who the best thrower was out of the group. It was Josh Rosen, able to deliver short, long, medium, with touch, throw the deep ball, you name it, he's got it in his arsenal.
Toca la defensiva. Empiezan con carrera. Rápidamente lo tacleamos. Está la línea ofensiva de los Cardenales de Arizona. Y los corredores receptores ya les cerraron.
Every year, he works with former NFL players who were great wide receivers in order to improve his game, watches a ton of film, always curious, always finding a way to adapt and improve his game.
Here we go. Green 39. On second down, Johnson.
Un acarreo.
He's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. First down carry here for Johnson. And unable to get
Les gusta correr mucho el balón, parece ser.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Carter, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all
Y aquí tenemos a la cortina de acero del 2019.
And then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Play action here with Rosen.
Buena defensiva del pase.
But instead, 3rd down.
Oh man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he couldn't
Soltó el balón.
through the contact.
Pase
Incomplete.
incompleto.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into
Bueno,
the end
ahora
zone
viene
for
la
a
ofensiva
touchback.
de los Steelers.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback,
Ben.
Ben Roethlisberger.
We talk so often about his physical attributes. Of course, the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating. He's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
Vamos a usar un audible.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
Bien.
They'll find
Con
Juju
Juju
Smith-Schuster.
Smith-Schuster.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39.
Buen pase del
First
Big
play of
Ben.
the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell.
Buen acarreo.
He'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Ganó
7
7
yards on the
yardas.
pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger.
A ver, es buen pase.
What a diving catch there. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mandemos al ala cerrada en movimiento.
On the counter, here's Bell. Able to push forward for about
Decente
4 down to
ganancia.
37. And this whole line, it is the
Y
lifeblood
aquí
of
está
the
la línea
offense.
They
ofensiva
establish the tone. Mean, nasty,
y
physical.
los protagonistas.
They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down.
No, se equivocó. Bueno, me equivoqué.
Picked off at the 20, and they have the football and will take over
Interceptaron.
the 24-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
Patrick Peterson.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And this one
Pass
is
incompleto.
incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Second and 10, it's Rosen again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines.
Pass incompleto.
Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one, had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
On third down, Rosen.
Oh,
He's got a man, it's Williams.
buen
And they
pase.
nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson.
Buena taqueada de TJ Watt.
Further, just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Green 39.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And they're able to work this
Estamos
to the
en un poco de
25
problemas.
before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Rosen on first and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Estuvo cerca.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 319. 319.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Defensivo 34.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen.
Bien defendido está. Tendrán que conformarse con un gol de campo.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the
Bueno,
first
vamos
points.
momentáneamente perdiendo 3-0.
Inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to
Una
play
formación
the
single
game,
back.
That's on me.
De
That's
nuevo.
my bad, but let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Easy. All right, let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell.
Y derecho el recorte hacia adentro.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Chihuahua. Me han detenido.
So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. It's a 3-point game here early. More from the Steel City coming up after this.
Terminó el primer cuarto.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
A ver si funciona esta vez la jugada.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
A despejar.
How about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. Cooper fast with the feet. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They begin the drive with Johnson, finding some room at midfield, and he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be
Bueno,
brought down.
logramos detenerlos.
Yardage back at the 40. He lost 2 and it brings up 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll get this one out.
Buena carrera.
About the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Fancy
Bueno.
footwork in midfield.
Gran
And
carrera.
he spins past him and into space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Buen pase Antonio Brown.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
La pausa de los 2
2
minutos.
minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Una sola anotación.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Lavando un poco su intercepción.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Nos vamos adelante por 4 puntos.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Rosen. And the hit Jarman loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sintió la presión.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a fair catch call for him just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first
Está
down.
profundo. Se está yendo. Sí. Ah.
Takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Primer y gol.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in.
Y anotamos de nuevo.
Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, we'll get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Here we go now.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen on first down. And it's knocked away.
Bien defendido.
Incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. This one complete to Gresham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
3-19.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
3-19.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our
Se acaba la
Sports
primera
halftime
mitad.
report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back.
Recibimos
for
el
quarter
balón.
number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. This is foul on the dump ball. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Switzer. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to do their zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. But they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the
Pase
guy that
pantalla.
catches the ball, there's still guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. And an alley to run.
Buen acarreo con el receptor.
Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play clock down to 2.
Me acaba el tiempo.
And a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Se acaba el tercer cuarto. Ah, no, todavía no.
So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. They'll go again with Bell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Bell. And he's going to
Anotación.
Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion.
Tenían buen equipo en aquel año.
Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
18 puntos de ventaja.
Pretty long drive.
3 posesiones.
11 plays all told. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Cooper on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripted 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Let's go! Green, 39! Green! They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Johnson again. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Let's go! Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's first
Ahora
and
sí
10.
se acaba el tercer cuarto.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, Rosen. On the crossing route, complete. That's Fitzgerald.
Harry Fitzgerald, muy peligroso.
Just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On first down, it's Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And it's caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Rosen. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up
Está aguantando en la línea de gol, pero está complicado.
They've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
the Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Rosen to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ricky Seals-Jones from a yard out. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. A 10-play drive that time, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And up to the 35 before they're able to...
Buena jugada retardada.
Gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still second down.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Steelers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Like 30. Jack 16. Like 20. Quarter. Jack 16.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And now it's second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
A pausa de los 2 minutos.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Now Rosen on 1st down. He gets it left side of Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a good return here as he
Buena
takes it up
intercepción
past the 30-yard line.
de Dupree.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Cardinals going to use another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Bueno, han agotado sus tiempos fuera.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Buen golpe, intercepción.
In enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here where you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Se encontró el balón.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell, and he'll bring this one inside the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Hey! Who's 30? Stop now! Whirl! Snickers, 66.
Oh, Roethlisberger gonna throw. Nice move with the 5. That is
Touchdown.
inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers.
Bueno, creo que es una victoria.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side, it's, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start. Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a
Castigo.
blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Someone jumped.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. He wipes out the penalty yardage.
Se acabó el partido.
Back to 2nd and 7. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games.
Bueno amigos, espero que lo hayan disfrutado. Con ustedes estuvo su coanfitrión Juan. No olviden suscribirse, darle like si les gustó y compartir, por favor.
You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Esto fue la Taberna Ludópata.